We are now in Boston. We're spending the week, the next week, driving.
You'll see.
Yes, you will see. So stay tuned. Hello from 02134
Boston, Mass.
We are send it to Zoom.
Yes.
Yeah, we are in Boston right now. We stayed with Anthony last night, went to Fatheads, and then today we drove and we saw all the Office references places. We drove through Scranton. We just didn't have time.
Lackawanna County.
We saw, yeah, the Lake Wallenpaupack.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. We're doing Boston tomorrow as well, and then Salem tomorrow, and then potentially the next day, and then just kind of going up the coast of Maine through New Hampshire, Vermont, Lake Placid, New York, and back home.
You'll see.
Yes, you will see. So stay tuned. But yeah, we put our name in at Emmet's Irish Pub. It's very authentic, they say. #1 Irish coffee I saw.
I've never had Irish coffee, but I'll try it.
Oh, well, look at that. If you like this, I'm not supposed to say, "What up, YouTube?" You don't want me doing that. But hey, be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment below if you've ever been to Boston or if you ever want to be to Boston, because it really is a awesome city. All right, never had an Irish coffee before. This place is voted #1 Irish coffee in Boston. So I think it's just coffee and whiskey and sugar and cream. So. That's pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah, it really is. You don't really taste whiskey at all.
It's weird that it's warm. It's not bad.
Fish and chips, and you got shepherd's pie.
Yeah.
It looks incredible. We were actually influenced by Brad and Haley Devine. That's why we found the place. They said it's authentic too. That was really good.
It reminds us of
McLaren's.
yes, on How I Met Your Mother.
We're gonna go to Samuel Jackson's tap room right now. We'll get to this tomorrow, but this is where they read the Declaration of Independence. Wow. That's awesome. We're gonna do the whole trail tomorrow, but I do remember this from last time. But this is where, and it's actually a balcony up here that they read it. You know what? I think I'll have a Samuel Jackson.
3 Samuel Jacksons coming right up.
Good mother cook.
So we're at Samuel Adams tap room right now. Look at the view. How beautiful. And an Oktoberfest. And an Oktoberfest in October at actual Samuel Jackson's. It's pretty legit. What? It is, I know.
The next day.
Good morning.
From?
Boston, Mass.
Yeah, we are in Boston Commons right now.
Getting ready to do the Freedom Trail again. It's just, I don't know. It's that good to do it more than once.
It is.
Trying to find some coffee.
We're 0 for 2 on Dunkin's.
0 for 3 on coffee shops.
Oh yeah, we've seen 3 coffee shops and all of them have been closed for some reason.
That bench is special for one reason. And why is it special?
Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah, that was the bench that they sat on Goodwill Hunting.
Yes.
So it was really cool. And
Yeah, that's so awesome.
we like randomly stumbled upon it when we were like trying to find like the trail to walk on. So
Yeah, and I just realized that this is the second Robin Williams movie area in New England we found, because we found Jumanji, the Keene.
that's
in Keene, New
right.
Hampshire, yeah. So
Yes, that's right.
it's awesome.
My 2 favorite things in one shot.
The George Washington statue in Boston Public Garden, but now we are heading to Boston Common. All right, we are in Boston Common right now, established in 1634. This is America's oldest public park.
Yeah.
So, like you do, we're drinking pumpkin cream cold brews and
Apple crisp macchiato.
like our founding fathers did. They did their mobile pickup before they went and worked on the Declaration. So we're doing the same thing, but we are heading to the first stop of the Freedom Trail, which is the Massachusetts State House. and it's just right up this hill. Yeah, this is the first time getting a pumpkin cream cold brew. This thing's freaking bomb. Like, it's amazing. And yours is good?
Yeah, it's very.
Yeah, this is really good.
Like everything in every city we go to, it's under construction.
Yeah, it is.
But that is the Massachusetts State House,
which is the first stop on the Freedom Trail. So you probably know though, but like has the 2 little brick lines on the Freedom Trail the whole way. But also Fallout 4, you know, it was all in Boston. So I remember seeing this in the game, so I know that we're on the right trail right now. And also the Massachusetts State House was also featured in Tony Hawk Underground 2.
Was it?
Yeah. So right here behind us is the Park Street Church. This was the tallest building in Boston when it was built.
Yeah.
And they actually housed all the grain here too.
Yeah, one time it was on top of the granary.
Yeah. Yeah, and then there's a graveyard right beside there. That's where Herbie Hancock's buried. Boston's main burial ground. Is this the granary burial ground? Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, I think.
Benjamin Franklin's parents are over there, but it's really crowded right now. We'll go over there in a second.
Contrary to what Michael says, it's John Hancock, not Herbie.
Herbie was his brother. That was John Hancock's grave. Did I hear him say that he was one of the wealthiest people in New England
at that time.
And he funded the Sons of Liberty.
He was middle class, and his uncle kind of adopted him, and that's how he became like upper class. And then he funded the Sons of Liberty, which was like a big what are you doing? Because a lot of this stuff was, I mean, he was wealthy, and the king, I mean.
You could do so. You could.
I'm a little historian.
I'm learning.
I know.
I'm trying. I was bad in history in school, so I appreciate it now. I'm trying to become better.
Definitely. Our Ben Franklin's parents were buried here. Pretty crazy. Not the guy that started the convenience store chain.
I can see how that you could get.
Yeah. No. It's
Ben's crossed.
Yeah. Yeah. True. Or the guy from The Office. Ben Franklin was also a whittle and a diplomat.
Oh,
remember Big
yes.
Daddy? And his teeth were made of wool. Now, our friends Adventures of Matt and Nat asked the question, I wonder if Ben Franklin was more of a pumpkin spice or an apple crisp macchiato kind of guy.
And I found this out, that Benjamin Franklin, he enjoyed snacking on apples and cranberries, and his favorite food was actually turkey. So, in that question, he would prefer an apple crisp macchiato.
Yep. So
this is King's Chapel Church, and it's one of the oldest churches, and the significance of this is it was built on top of one of the oldest burial grounds. This building was actually originally like a wooden structure, and then they redid it into like a stone structure.
Oh, wow. This right here is the most haunted hotel in Boston. We overheard the guide saying it last night. That's when they were, I Googled it.
This used to be Boston's Latin school, one of the oldest Latin schools in America, but now it's the old City Hall building.
Oh, and a Ruth Chris Steakhouse.
Oh my gosh. That too. I guess that was an add-on this year.
Yeah, after attending Latin school, everyone loves to go get expensive steaks. That's what I've read that like a couple places.
So let's spin around here. This building right there.
Right behind us.
That was the oldest bookstore. Then this is where everybody kind of assembled before they went to the harbor and they had the Boston Tea Party.
Before they dumped the tea. This is the old State House, and in 1776, this is where the Declaration of Independence was read for the first time, right on that balcony. Our country was
like built like on those foundations. Like those words were spoke right up there. It's so cool. I love it.
Our country's freedom was literally read for the first time right there. It's weird just to stand in this, just all the history here. It's weird.
How Farmhand Mike cries when he's in a field. It's like I could just like shed a tear, just like all the history.
March 5th, 1770, 6 years before the Declaration was read right up there. This is the site of the Boston Massacre right here, where the Redcoats and the Boston residents got into a bit of a tussle.
I guess it had been kind of like heating for like days and days, and then it was like the last straw, and that happened right here. You can see the 5 stars right here, and they represent the 5 deaths that happened. This building is Faneuil Hall, and it's also it's named like the Cradle of Liberty, and the reason why is because there are a lot of meetings and protests held here that kind of led up to the American Revolution. And something really cute is at the very top there's a grasshopper. His name is Gus, and he was actually modeled after the London Royal Exchange building, and the grasshopper is a sign of prosperity.
To this area last night, and I never would have guessed it, but this place was this whole area was just like freaking balling. Like tons of people were out here last night. We're coming up to the Ye Old Union Oyster House, which is the oldest restaurant in the United States. That is crazy. Beautiful street that we missed our turn for the Freedom Trail.
We lost our trail.
We lost our trail, but we're regaining our path to freedom right now, I think. Oh, yep, there it is. We're here.
This place is Paul Revere's house.
So this place was made famous from the Beastie Boys song. No, it was.
Paul Revere lived here for 30 years.
30 years.
Yeah.
The British are coming is actually a phrase that was fabricated. He didn't actually say that. So Paul Revere actually said the regulars are on the move, and regulars were a term used for British soldiers. So that was a lie. And last time we came here, I said the British are coming, and my friend Jimmy, who's a history teacher, said that he didn't actually say those words. So the truth, yeah, it's crazy.
So this church behind us,
The Old North Church,
is one of the oldest churches in Boston, and typically it's free admission, but you can go inside and they'll give you kind of the history of that night of Paul Revere.
Oh yeah?
But it's closed right now.
Yeah, it's closed. It was open last time, but also this is on Fallout 4.
Of course.
So that's a pretty cool, that's a cool tidbit. So we're detouring again because since it's closed, you can't technically walk the full Freedom Trail through it, so you gotta go.
There's been somebody who's actually done the whole Freedom Trail without any detours.
Yeah, this is the second time we've done it, and we've yet to actually walk the entire thing like in its whole because there's been detours because of construction. But hey, what are you gonna do? I mean, dink and flicka.
Dink and flicker.
Another spooky graveyard. We are at another graveyard in the next stop of the Freedom Trail, which is Copp's Hill Burial Ground.
Can we have one of these in our house?
Little fountain. Eagles.
Little bird.
Oh, look at this. So, this has some people who actually helped construct the grasshopper from the Faneuil Hall. Yeah, they're buried here as well. Anybody else?
Not that I know of.
There's a lot of headstones with like skulls, and they look like Billy Butcherson's headstone.
It is.
Okay, on to the next stop. We're on a temporary trail right now, once again because of construction. We just saw our hotel, so I didn't know we were this close to where we stayed, but the Celtics and Bruins play, and we're heading to the USS Constitution, which is an old wooden ship.
Technically, yes.
It is.
It was.
I believe Diversity was an old wooden ship.
So this boat right here, or the ship I should say, not a boat, but the ship is the USS Constitution, which is the oldest ship in the US Navy.
Yeah.
And at one point it never lost a battle.
The War of 1812.
They did say whenever the British ships would like shoot the cannonballs, it would just bounce right off of the
wood.
Yeah, because it was made out of wood.
This is some serious Assassin's Creed Black Flag vibes. Small clearance in here. Clip my back. Well, that was really cool going up on the ship like that, going down in a ship.
Just like the the engineering and the structure
Yeah.
of like boats are crazy.
Thing is built like a brick house for real. I specifically remember this little neighborhood being so
Oh, the
freaking pretty.
cutest.
Yes.
Cutest, like picturesque.
Yeah, very picturesque. This is shoot, I forget what this area is called. We're at Bunker Hill. So yeah, we are at Bunker Hill right now. And the significance of this place was actually the Americans lost this Battle of Bunker Hill, but they did gain a significant amount of experience. And
that's when they kind of realized that like if we have that patriotic dedication that we can overtake the British.
yeah,
And
so
they did.
They did, obviously. That's why we're here right now, free as a bird. Wow. But it's also the last stop of the Freedom Trail. And it's done.
Done.
All right, so that pretty much wraps up our time in Boston, our day in Boston here. We're taking an Uber back to our hotel because it's, we were gonna go to the Boston Tea Party Harbor, but we've been there before and we just don't have the time right now because we wanna make sure we go to Salem, actually see the witch house because there's no sun today at all, so I don't want
Like really dark.
yeah,
soon.
I don't want it to be too dark too soon, so we're just gonna go back. But yeah, I mean, we did the Freedom Trail today. That's really mainly what we wanted to do today anyway, so I'm glad we were able to do that. Max Dennison, here we come. Where are we?
We are in Salem, Massachusetts. And we're at the Hocus Pocus house, Max Dennison's house.
Well, it's definitely as busy as it was before, if you want to get
Busier.
But yeah, so the last time we were here, the owner, and it very well could be somebody else now, but the owner of the house actually had movie props, and she had the jacket that the motorcycle guy had.
You even had like the Sanderson's cape.
Yeah, yeah. Someone else could just own the house now. We did get a nice little Polaroid somebody took of us. Nothing really too exciting down this road, but we're gonna go to the Pioneer Village right now, which is the opening scene. Also Thackeray's house, you know, when he was human form, of course. And when the guy was like, "Away, beast."
This is the splitter.
Turn out good?
Is that good?
Yeah. The address to this house is 4 Ocean Avenue because, I don't know. But yeah, look at that.
Because that's what they decided to number.
That's what they decided to number it. Remember when all the witches were come little children? They were walking down this street.
Yeah.
Right there. Up to Max's house. And if you remember, the top of Max's house freaking
Blew
just
out.
blows. Yeah. It's crazy. So, yeah, Pioneer Village, here we come. Let us in.
This is the way things have been going.
This is closed, and I know for a fact that we were here
On a Sunday.
On a Sunday at like 5:30 last time, and it was open. So
And it was free.
yeah, so this is the this is the Pioneer Village here in Salem. It is the opening scene on Hocus Pocus. Things weren't as busy last time.
No.
Nothing was as busy. Like we couldn't even find a parking spot in actual Salem near the actual witch house. So
I feel like traffic has doubled
oh, absolutely.
from
It
like
was
3 years ago.
Yeah, and we were here on a Sunday evening too. So I mean, nothing has changed as far, and pretty much
And
the
it's the
same
same-
weekend.
yeah.
Yeah, it was the same weekend.
Like
so
exactly the same.
yeah, but just for purposes of the Salem vlog, I'm gonna put our footage in from the last time because we had a really good time in here. It was really cool to see, like, I mean, all those old houses that are still like intact, and you can actually peek your head in
There's
and
even
look.
some beds in there.
Yeah, beds and everything. It's very neat. So enjoy the footage because we enjoyed it last time. All right, we found $30 parking. And we
The only
found
parking.
it was the only parking, and it was full earlier. But we are at we're in Salem right now, so tons of people. The haunted happenings.
Haunted Happenings.
Yeah, I think it's haunted happenings because I think it goes on only on the weekends in October, so it makes sense. We're gonna go over to Allisons House, the actual witch house, and then I'm not sure what else. She wants these cookies.
Good night, fatty.
Yeah, so we're hoping we can find those, but we'll see. I think we'd be able to.
That right there is the Old Town Hall. That's where they had their Halloween party on
Yeah.
Hocus Pocus.
This town hall where that party was, this is where Max busted up on stage, ripped the microphone out of the singer's hand,
I tried to point out the Sanderson sisters.
pointed them out by saying 300 years ago today, the Sanderson sisters bewitched people. And they're back again tonight. And they're right over there.
You know what they did?
Well, they laughed. They laughed in his face. He could have literally
Saved the night.
earlier in the movie, but that wouldn't have made for a very good movie. So thank goodness they didn't believe him.
That was the statue from Bewitched. And if you know,
What?
wiggle your nose.
I didn't know that.
Yes? Well, if you know, you know.
Thank you. That's a good one. That's a good one.
What is it?
We are in front of the witch house. So this house actually is the last remaining structure that had ties to the witch trials.
And the judge. It's like Judge Jonathan or something.
Judge Joe Brown.
He lived here.
Yeah, it'll take you.
Judge Joe Brown did?
No!
Oh.
I think it was like Judge Jonathan something.
Oh yeah. We're just walking like 3 houses down to Allisons House. So the thing about Allisons House is where Max and Danny end up, and this is pretty much where the journey begins of the movie. But you know Allison, the one with the wicked sweet abos.
Yeah.
Rich people.
Check out this house.
Rich people.
Right. Went to Max's house, went to Allison's house, went to the actual witch house, and
Pioneer Village.
tried to go to Pioneer Village. It was closed. But
Oh, and we saw City Hall.
oh, and City Hall from Hocus Pocus. Yeah, and now we're gonna go to, what's it called?
Good night, fatties.
Okay, what is it? Desserts? Cookies. Okay,
They're big, big cookies.
big cookies. Okay, that's where we're heading right now.
Cookies. We got the Mummy Fatty, Caramel Brownie Oreo Fatty, and the Bunch of Crunch Fatty.
Witch museum lit up.
Alright, you know the rule. One bite. So make it big. Alright, this one. Ooh, these are warm.
Oh, they're warm?
Very. I mean, like they're like fall apart.
Yeah.
So this one is the Mummy Fatty.
The mummy.
So let me. That was worth the wait. That was really good.
The wait, probably half hour or more.
45 at least.
45 minutes, yeah, it was a pretty long line. But it was very cool in there. And I mean, it was $3.50 a cookie, so that's not too bad. I mean, for what they are, I think that's pretty good. It's as good as a Chips Ahoy in the microwave. That was the Bunch of Crunch? Mm-hmm. Okay, this is the Mummy. Is that the one we thought was gonna be the best?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the best. Actually, where we're at right now, this is Salem Common, and this is actually in Hocus Pocus. This played as the school and stuff, where they were like walking and riding bikes in the beginning.
The old school.
The school, but right here.
Oh, this is where Max and Allison, they walk and talk, and she hands him his number back.
What a savage move. But yeah, it's right here. A fun fact about that school, it actually stopped being a functioning school in 1992 that allowed them to film there. All right, well, that wraps up our time in Salem.
We might be back tomorrow.
We might be back tomorrow to finish up some of the things we didn't get a chance to do today. But right now we're gonna head back to our hotel and go to dinner, and that'll be it for today. So thanks for watching. You stay classy, Salem. Thanks for stopping by. That should just be our call. $10.
You don't realize how exciting that is, because we thought it was going to be 30. Look at those. That's the first smile I've seen on his face all day.
No, I've been. Wait, what?
Like your little ticket. Oh.
This should save us $20. I'm back here.
Oh, you're back there.
I bet you were like, oh my gosh, you're gonna get him getting in the front seat, and I was in the back seat. Surprise!
I was gonna win a Sundance with that shot.
I know.
All right.
What are you, Billy Walsh?
That would be a huge compliment.
Have you seen Meta Ian?
Hey, everybody's allowed to have a bad one.
Hello from. Oh, you want to do 02134? Remember?
Oh yeah. So hold on. Hello.
02134.
Okay. Ready?
Yep. This is where they read the Declaration.
No Irish coffee gotcha?
No. We'll get to this tomorrow, but in the Boston. Can you even say red coat anymore?
No, that's what they were. They were the red coats.
Yeah, red coats in Boston. I'll do it again. Ready? Rich people. Are you? I thought you were
Oh, we're doing it together?
Which one's the? If you want.